This is a place.
This is a place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon.
My name is Nate.
And we want to wish everyone a happy L. Ron Hubbard Day.
And who was that?
You know who it is?
No.
L. Ron Hubbard Day is celebrated annually on March 13th, commemorates the birth of American science fiction author and founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard. The holiday is for anyone who appreciates Hubbard's writing and belongs to or is interested in Scientology.
Which we all are.
We all are. Do you have to be a celebrity to be a part of Scientology?
I don't think so.
I mean, they're the main ones, right? I got really into Scientology when I was in high school. Let me rephrase that. I was really interested in the interestingness of Scientology. Not that I wanted to join or be a part of it, but I watched a bunch of documentaries on Tom Cruise and his involvement in Scientology and all this kind of stuff. I don't know why I was so interested. I just thought it was weird. So, yeah.
So I went with it.
Yeah. It's an interesting religion. Let's just say that. I don't think it's like it's not like a Christian religion, right? I don't think it is. It's more like I feel like it's an alien religion. Like a science fiction religion almost. Because I think he was a science fiction writer.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly do not know a whole lot about Scientology because I really wasn't until Tom Cruise started making a big deal out of it, right? That it became.
And what's Christy Brinkley?
What's her name from King of Queens?
Not Christy Brinkley. Yeah, the girl from King of Queens.
Leah Remini?
What?
How do you say her name? Leah Remini or Remni? The girl from Carrie Heffernan from King of Queens. Like she got involved and then she did like a docuseries on
exposing it. Why did I think Christy Brinkley? I don't even know who that is. Who's that one? That one girl that died not too long ago? Oh, Erica Christensen. Okay. Nancy Cartwright. Bart Simpson. Of course, Tom Cruise. Maybe one of the most well-known.
Is he still really into it?
I don't know.
Because I feel like he was in the media a lot about it, and I haven't seen much come across.
Oh, John Travolta as well. Kirstie Alley, that's her name. Kirstie Alley, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. No, she was one of the big ones. I think she left, but
I totally forgot that she passed away.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting religion. Don't know much about it. I know there's levels. I don't know. I wonder if it's a superstitious religion. I don't know.
I just always think of Nacho Libre. I believe in science. I believe in science. How come you're not baptized? I believe in science.
Yes. So. Yeah, I always hear Scientology and think it's science related. So maybe there was some truth to that because it's kind of a science fiction religion. It's hard to make fun of a religion when I know ours is an easy one to make fun of. But when I hear the stories of Scientology and like the way the religion was made, I'm like, how do you believe that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, of course, on the outside, there's people that look at us and say the same thing about, like, you think you're going to be a god. You think all this kind of stuff. And I don't know. That's kind of the way I look at Scientology. It's really not fair because I know ours can look a little weird too.
It can be hypocritical to question how another religion started or make it seem unbelievable.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, this might even sound a little crazy, but we didn't really know what to do for the podcast today. But I don't know.
All we knew is we wanted to do a special Friday the 13th episode because don't get many of those.
But yeah, we don't get many. We've never done one.
We love our Halloween and spooky tales.
Yes, we do. But there's not a lot of Friday the 13th specific. I mean, we could go to a haunted house on Friday the 13th. And
maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we will. But we've never done a Friday the 13th episode. So we figured, hey, it's been kind of a long week and give us a little more time get to do this one. So anyway, we didn't know what to do. But Nate got a knock at his door.
This guy handed me a letter and walked away.
And disappeared into the wall. Could
have been in the bushes. We don't know.
In the bushes. Oh, it wasn't the guy going in shred again, was it?
I forgot about that. Oh, that's right. Could have been. Maybe that's, yeah. I never saw that guy again.
Yeah. But what did the letter say, Nate?
It said, here's your subject matter for your Friday the 13th episode. Which is here.
Which is here.
Hold on. I got to get to the letter. So the letter said, imagine you're stranded on a dark Utah highway. Your car won't start. There's no cell service, and it's freezing outside. Suddenly, a man appears, helps you fix your car in minutes, and disappears before you can even thank him. Later, someone tells you that might have been one of the three Nephites. So tonight, or today, whenever you're listening to this, tonight
on This Is
Friday the 13th episode, we're diving into one of the most fascinating legends in Mormon culture, the mysterious wandering helpers known as the three Nephites.
I love it. Yeah, we're a pretty superstitious religion. Not gonna lie. Maybe sometimes religion and superstition just go hand in hand. Because from my research, it sounds like Friday the 13th kind of started as a religious thing. A lot of people tie it back to the Last Supper and the number 13. And so, I don't know. For whatever reason, we like our superstitions and our weird cultural beliefs, one of which, the three Nephites. One of my favorites. I don't know about you, but I never get tired of it.
Should we get some background on what are the three Nephites?
Oh, I mean, everybody should know already. They're listening to the podcast. Yes. You're right, Nate. We should give some context.
Right. So there's a book called the Book of Mormon where Jesus comes.
If you want to learn more,
go to mormon.org. Which is anyways. So after appearing to the Nephites in the Americas, Jesus called 12 people, right? 12 disciples. And 9 of them returned to heaven after the mortal lives, but 3 of them
gave them like a wish. It was like a
what do you
everybody gets one wish type of deal.
And 3 of them said they wanted to stay here on earth and continue to help people until he comes back again.
Similar to John the Beloved, you know, if people want to make fun of us. It happened in the Bible too. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
But in this case, there's three of them.
Right, because the Book of Mormon was copied directly out of the Bible, remember?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So
Plagiarism.
yeah. So there's basically three Nephites, three fellas that have immortal bodies right now
Yeah.
and are waiting for the second coming. And they're just out helping people.
Do you think they can fly?
Oh, absolutely. I have no idea.
Or do they just like appear,
Disappear.
disappear, reappear?
Like they know how to. Okay, total tangent though. There's people that believe that aliens are on Earth right now, and they're just walking among us. Like they just look like normal people, but they're from other planets.
Isn't that the premise of Men in Black?
Yeah, there you go. So that's other theory too. So
wait, tell me more about this. Where is this knowledge coming from?
From the internet.
Okay.
Of just because I think aliens have been the talk of people for the last couple of years, with the government kind of disclosing more information they ever have about aliens.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I've heard a lot of the, I've seen a couple of the clips on the internets where the people who are really into aliens say, yeah, they believe that you probably encountered a few of them in your life. You just didn't know. Who knows? Brandon could be a alien. That'd make more sense.
Maybe I am. That would make more sense.
Yeah, because you're good on the computers, technology, producing the podcast. Got a lot of talents.
It takes a lot of time,
Yeah,
but luckily I've got my alien powers too. Or maybe I'm one of the three Nephites.
Or you're one of the three Nephites. That's what I wonder too.
Maybe.
You never know.
Was this enough? Is that enough background for the people so they can?
So yeah. For the two non-members that listen to our podcast, or they're like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about."
There might be some people
So now, because of that, knowing that, having that knowledge from the Book of Mormon, there's a lot of people who believe they may or may not have encountered a three Nephite, and I'm sure the legends have started from the early days of the Book of Mormon being, I want to say released, but I would just say that
it's released. Yes.
Being published.
Yeah.
And back to your point, you looked on which of the internet websites?
Yeah, so I don't know. It seems pretty official. It's an EDU website, They don't just give those to anybody. An EDU website from the University of Pittsburgh that is a whole bunch of stories from people. The following stories are typical of the numerous accounts recorded by faithful Mormons of appearances by one or more of these three deathless saints, known as the Three Nephites. Deathless saints. That's kind of a fun way to say it. Was revised as of December 2020. So, it's pretty. I'm sure there was a lot of 2020, post 2020 visitations and encounters people had. But this is what we got for now. Story number one. And a lot of these pretty typical, like these, you have the stereotypical, you got stranded, someone rescued you, and then they disappeared. Someone came to your house, needed a meal, you gave them a meal, and then they said your family would be blessed and never would go hungry. We all have those stories in our families, right?
I feel it's like in the back of my mind that recently, in like the last few months, I saw a reel, and it was like a celebrity or something talking about somebody coming and helping them and then just like vanishing. They didn't say it was for Nephites, but I'm like, what? It's the only explanation, right?
I mean, you got four options: three Nephite or John.
That's true. But the point of this, I feel like everybody knows somebody who has somebody that they know that their neighbors, uncles, cousins had this experience.
I should also clarify, and I think I speak for both of us when saying we're not superstitious.
We're just a little.
Just a little stitious.
Did I tell you already on the podcast, the lady who bought some corn dogs? The lady's like, this lady bought some corn dogs at the baseball game or something, and her total came to $6.66. And she goes, whoa, 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 throw another thing on there. Like corn dogs is how the Satan's going to get.
It was with the number.
Yeah.
I feel like you've told me that before, but yeah. Everybody knows.
I don't know. How stitious are you?
I'm just a little stitious.
I am, like, say we're watching a basketball game.
Ooh.
Or a football game for that matter. And the minute the announcer says, so and so has never missed a field goal or a free throw this season, you're like, you son of a gun. He's going to miss the next one. He'll go the same way. Oh, he's 100% on the season. The minute they say that, I feel like it curses him. So
it's over.
I think I got a little bit of the stitious.
A little bit of the stitious.
So tell me a story.
We actually probably are gonna make ourselves have a visitation, and that's not gonna be one we want because of this episode. Like, hey, come on, guys, come on. Story number 1: the dinner guest who left no trace. A sick woman was home alone when an elderly stranger knocked and asked for food. She fed him a simple meal. While eating, he told her the pain in her side would soon disappear. After he left, she checked outside immediately, but he was nowhere to be found. Even stranger, the food he had eaten was still sitting untouched on the table. Her family later believed the visitor had been one of the three Nephites.
Ooh.
It's not scary. It's cool.
I don't think any of the stories are necessarily scary.
No.
Just fascinating and fun.
Yeah. You want to do the next one?
Oh, shoot. I was still in reading my letter that the guy dropped off.
Oh, did you never tell us what the letter said?
I did.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay. All right. Well, I sent you the other story.
Yes. Yeah. So I have to get out and go back in. So the miracle midwife cure, which is pretty common to have like a hospital story or a sick story. A midwife was caring for a woman in terrible pain after childbirth, and nothing she tried worked. An old man appeared at the door asking for food. While eating, he told her to boil tobacco in lard and apply it to the woman's chest. The treatment worked instantly. When the midwife went to thank the man, he had vanished into the open desert.
Ooh. The hitchhiker who predicted the war. A couple driving through Utah picked up an elderly hitchhiker. He talked with them about world events and told them the war will end in August. Later, they dropped him off in the middle of nowhere. When they looked back, he was gone. Why did they leave him in the middle of nowhere? Months later, World War II ended in August, and they became convinced the mysterious hitchhiker had been one of the three Nephites. Here's a question. Why? What purpose would that serve? I get with the other two stories, they were given some hope. Well, maybe these people were really worried about the war. I don't know. But like telling just like some random people the war is going to end. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like you get one wish from the three Nephites and your wish is just to know about the war. Seems like a waste. Just saying.
But like, yeah, it's one thing if he would have saved them from an accident or
yeah,
but just giving them a little bit of prediction
maybe they were able to update. do something with the stock market.
I don't know. To me, that's anyways. I would think
I
that was
feel
more of a
like
weird dude.
if we're to believe that there's these three Nephites, or these people that can come and do something, I feel like they serve more of a purpose than just telling you the war is going to end. You know what I mean? I feel like they have a higher purpose for being there. That's
Or
just
he
me.
just really needed a ride. And he's like, oh, and they were complaining about the war. And he's like, dude, settle down. The war's going to end in August.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe they were really stressed out about the war because maybe their son was going to get drafted or something.
All I'm going to say is they're not making a movie about this story. How about that?
One of the weaker stories.
My turn.
Yep,
The disappearing backseat passenger.
that was the one I
Family
did.
drive. Is that what you just did?
Oh no! Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
you.
Nope. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, you might have. Family driving across Utah picked up a hitchhiker who said he was traveling to a gathering of the saints. They locked the car doors and continued driving. After a while, someone turned around to talk to him. The back seat was empty. The doors had never opened.
Again, just needed a ride.
That would be, see, that one, like, okay, that's interesting. But why does he need a ride if he can just disappear? And do they need rides? Can they teleport?
Yeah. And we already said we thought they could fly.
And why
So
would they just all of a sudden disappear? That's my other question too. If
yeah,
they're not, how would I say?
I just hate that people have an interaction and it just ends up being. I saw them.
Like, I totally
Maybe
understand, like, the side of the road. Like, if some guy comes and fixes my car, or my dad or somebody's having a heart attack and some stranger comes and saves him and just walks off
yeah,
and doesn't care about, then that makes more sense to me than like vanishing into the dark
yeah, agreed.
like a ghost. But
The
I don't
mountain
know.
guide. Two girls were hiking in southern Utah after dark when rain made the trail slippery and dangerous. A man suddenly appeared and told them to follow him. He guided them safely down the mountain. When they rounded a corner to thank him, he had vanished. See that one I see, right?
Yeah.
You're in the mountains. You need to get out. Someone helps you. Bam. Purpose
And he's
served.
and he's back to his little cave that he's been living in.
Ooh.
You know, so he didn't really disappear. He just went back. Easy to vanish. The dog that saved a woman. This one sounds interesting.
Well,
A
they can
woman
even turn
walked
into dogs.
A woman walking home alone late at night was approached by a large German shepherd.
That's scary.
The dog walked beside her protectively. When a suspicious man approached, the dog charged him and scared him off. The dog escorted her home, then disappeared as soon as she reached the door. She believed the dog had been a Three Nephite protecting her.
Maybe the three Nephite
So
sent the
now they're
like
shapeshifters?
yes.
Oh, wow.
We're making ourselves sound extra crazy today, Nate.
This is fun.
The three men who appeared in the room. A woman with a very sick baby prayed desperately for help. Suddenly, three men appeared inside the room without opening the door. They prayed over the child and comforted her. Then they vanished the same way they had come. See,
Did
it's cool.
you,
It's
on your
cool.
mission, hear the story of the usually it's sister missionaries who were
Hmm.
teaching a guy who's a murderer and he was going to kill the sister missionaries? And when they finally arrest him, they ask why did they kill the sisters and what's the reasoning why?
Because of the big guys standing behind
There's
them.
three men standing, their bodyguards standing behind them.
Yeah.
It's amazing how we think we talked about this before, how without pre-internet, pre-cell phones, how rumors just got around, like how they still spread.
I don't
Not
feel
as
like they
quickly.
spread as effectively now. They used to
Well,
spread a lot better because you couldn't fact check it. Now you can, and it's ruined the
right.
fun.
Even so, we're talking at the office the other day, and talked about the exciting moment we had in our, which I don't think we've even talked about it yet, but your mother-in-law helped out with somebody having an episode.
Oh, yeah, that's
during
right.
the meeting. And then so that kind of sparked some stuff at my office. And the guy comes over and tells me a story of have you heard the story of where the bishop gets up and says, some sister or some lady starts crying and she goes, "Sorry, I'm such a big boob." And he gets up and says, "We like big boobs." Have you heard that story? I've heard
No.
that story 1,000 times, but this guy claims it was in his ward. And I'm like, oh, so that's weird because I've heard that story since I was 12 and it just happened to you the other, you know what I mean? Like he was trying to play it off like it was in his ward, but I'm like,
It's like the
I've
same
heard
as the sister missionary that gets up. Oh, I'm so embarrassed from the bishop.
Padasada. Yeah. 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 I did have a older sister missionary that was trying to learn Spanish and she said something about putting the man on her shoulders. Or she's pointing to shoulders. She's trying to say hombros. She said
Oh,
hombres
put the
on my
man,
man or something like that.
put
And
on her
so
man.
I was kind of giggling. The way I can't remember how she said it, but she worded it where it just was not right.
Maybe
And
Nate, maybe she was a three Nephite foretelling
trying
you that you would marry a man, and
to,
you'd be the one putting the man on your shoulders.
that's a good point.
Hmm.
Remember when the three Nephite walked past my Tesla when I first got it?
Remember the story? Yes.
I was like, I felt like I had an experience. Did I tell this on the podcast or just to you?
Just to me, I think.
So I parked my Tesla backwards in my driveway to charge it, to plug it into the wall outlet. And the Tesla, if you look at the screen, it will pick up people walking and it's like a computer game, like a person
Yeah.
walking. But I tell you, I swear it was on the other side of where the charger was, but somebody like hit my tail light, like kind of like slapped it, and then it showed a person walking past my Tesla and there was nobody there. So I was like, oh goodness.
That's
It
the
must
funny thing too with these oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's probably when the Three Nephites was trying to get us to do this episode earlier in the year.
Oh, when he come because this is the
Second visit.
the Friday the 13th this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had
So I
one
think
last
it
month.
was right around that time, so it makes more sense now. My bad.
Man, he had to bring you a letter.
Scare the crap out of my wife though. Like when I told her that story, I'm like, probably should have told her that, but he hasn't come back since. But the reason like it didn't alarm me when I saw the man walking, because in the past we have like a Grim Reaper Halloween decoration on the
Uh-huh.
porch and it would pick it up as a human and make it think it was walking. But she had already taken it down, so it was gone. So my initial reaction was, oh, it's just picking up the Grim Reaper, but it was gone. She had taken it down a few days before. So you tell me, Brandon, you tell me.
It's pretty spooky. That's the thing with a lot of these Three Nephites stories is they're interchangeable with ghost stories. People disappearing.
That's true.
We don't believe in ghosts in our religion, I guess. We just believe in the three Nephites. They're the ghosts.
Do we not believe in ghosts?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I
I
do.
feel like we do. Brigham Young said the veil's really thin.
Yeah. Okay, we don't
So
believe in a traditional
here's my thing, though. Let's go
ghost.
with ghosts. The whole idea that ghosts levitate
We believe in spirits, not ghosts.
is a newer concept as well. Do you know how that came to be? Where we think that ghosts float in the air comes from when photography first started, and like when the film would like whatever not
Huh.
develop correctly, it would make these. It look like ghost figures in the back, and they'd be levitating. So it's a new concept. So before photography came to be, early photography, ghosts were just normal people. And that might go back to the alien thing that people believe that ghosts are just walking in
Aliens.
public with us and we don't notice they're ghosts. Because in our minds, we think the ghost is going to float or be scary when it could just be a normal person walking through a wall.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Interesting.
All right. Let's finish these stories. Your turn, right?
Oh, I kind of ruined it. I think it's your turn. I did the dog, right?
The Desert Traveler. I did the men who appeared in the room.
Oh, sorry, my bad. The Desert Traveler. Early Utah settlers once gave supplies to a mysterious traveler who said he had wandered the earth in every direction. He claimed he feared neither heat nor thirst and headed into a barren desert. Moments later, the settlers tried to call him back, but he had vanished from an empty landscape. They believe the man had been one of the three Nephites. Again, another story of like, why would that be a three Nephite? But
a wasted visitation.
They crossed his path when he was traveling to his next place to help.
You just didn't want to help them. It kind of makes you feel bad if you see them, but they don't help you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Final story: the roadside appearance. Travelers on a remote Utah road reported seeing three men suddenly appear on the road ahead of them. When they slowed down to investigate, the men disappeared just as suddenly. Again, one of those. Why is that grouped in with the three Nephite stories? That's just a ghost story. Three men just on the road and then disappear, serving no purpose. They're just ghosts. They're not three Nephites. There just happens to be three of them.
Right. But I do feel like most of the stories that people are really in on and feel like they experienced it when they helped them in one way or another.
Yeah. Because you like to think of the reason these people stayed is because they want to stick around and help out in one way or another. So that's what we like to believe. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just kind of pop in and pop out. Maybe they've been helping people for so long. They're like, I just can't help anybody anymore. I'm gonna just make my monthly quota, my appearance, and call it good.
Or maybe once Call of Duty came out and they're just playing Call of Duty all day long. This is amazing,
dude.
And they don't leave the room because they're playing video games all day long.
Maybe.
Do they have a room? Where did they stay?
You said they stay in a cave.
Oh, okay. That one did.
Okay. One of them stays in a
cave. They travel together?
I don't know. Again, feels like defeats the purpose.
Long time to have a roommate.
Feels like you need to. Oh man, that's a long mission. You need to like spread out to help more people, right? I don't know.
But if they can teleport, do they head back to wherever? Are they roommates? Do they have their own place?
They can teleport though. Why are they getting in people's cars to just disappear?
That's what I'm saying. I'm confused.
I just want to know. I just hope that in this next conference, someone can get up and just clarify.
Maybe one of them will get up and speak.
Maybe one asks. Maybe.
That would help a lot if they could just tell us.
The war is ending in August.
Or whatever to say. Hey.
Actually, you know what? If I got a visit from one right now, I would be okay with them telling me about the war. The war is ending.
So a lot of people over the years have claimed to be Jesus or be a prophet. How come nobody claims to be one of the three Nephites?
That's way more believable.
Let's do that.
You don't have to prove. You don't have to prove.
There's not a whole lot to prove. Exactly. And easier to maybe somebody could get on board with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't you just see people that way rather than try to say you're a prophet or you are Jesus? So just a thought for anybody who wants to be.
Whoever wants to deceive a little bit. Yeah. Well, let us know what your favorite Three Nephite story is. Maybe you've got one in your family or you've had one personally. One. Yeah. And, that might be sacred. If you've had one, you don't want to share. That's cool. But we won't tell anybody.
I did have a friend the other day, like I told you, that told me his real life ghost story. I'd like to hear those as well. It doesn't have to be part of the Three Nephites. So if you've seen a ghost in real life, I want to hear those if you're willing to share.
Or even better, so we don't have to have another letter delivered from someone. Tell us what superstition we should cover on the next Friday the 13th for the podcast.
I like it.
Thank you for listening to the Someplace podcast.
And happy Friday the 13th.